What's going on, guys? Today we are going to be talking about the few common mistakes I see when people are training chest, or a couple tips I would give rather on people training chest. All right, I see many different issues when people are training chest because just there's a multitude of reasons. And the first thing I notice is people are not going through the full range of motion when they train chest. And by the way, I was guilty of this when I started training chest. If we take an exercise like a dumbbell fly or a dumbbell press, right? People will, when they get to the top, they will, finish the rep at the top, but then when, they're coming back down on the eccentric, they don't get the full stretch for the muscle, okay? And a lot of research shows that, hey, you actually get the most muscle growth on the eccentric part of the movement when you're training something like chest, okay? Because that's where most of the stress is coming from within that movement, okay? So a lot of people don't focus on getting a nice deep stretch and, holding it for a little bit, maybe like a solid second or two, okay? So that's one of the biggest things I see. Another important thing, which I think is probably one of the most important things, is people don't actually understand how the mechanics of the chest work, okay? So one of the exercises that I see in the gym that it's almost completely useless for your chest is like this front raise cable, fly, whatever you want to call it, okay? It doesn't actually activate the chest fibers as much as you think it does. What you're actually doing is you're really using a lot of front delt to get that weight up. Yeah, maybe you get a nice contraction at the top in that, upper part of the chest, but on the way down, nothing is occurring. There's no stress placed on the chest, okay? And the goal of the exercise is to, put stress on the chest, not stress on the shoulder, okay? This can be a great exercise for, your front delt, but it's not going to be a great exercise for actually building the chest. A replacement for that exercise is do a cable fly that is, coming from the outside here, this is the starting point, and then finishing off this way. Because the mechanics of the chest, you're actually working your chest when you're coming in this way, okay? From outside to in this way, not from down to up, okay? So if I were you, I would just sub out that exercise. I wouldn't even utilize it for chest. I would maybe do it for shoulders or something if you really like it for shoulders. Another thing that I see that's just crazy is I think people, when they want to grow their chest, they're like, I gotta press extremely heavy in order to grow my chest, which again, you don't actually really need to press as heavy as you think you need to, okay? It's fun, yes, to, get some heavy ass dumbbells and, press the weight up, but long term, it's not really doing much. It's actually, kind of inhibiting your ability to actually place a lot of stress on the chest, because in order to pick that really heavy weight up, or to push it up rather, you need to be using triceps, shoulders, all these things, okay, to actually complete the rep. And then on top of that, when you're coming back down on the eccentric, you're gonna half-ass the eccentric and not go all the way down, right? So you're missing a whole part of the range in that movement, it's not ideal for actually building a big chest, okay? So if I were you, lower down the weight a bit, okay? Focus on getting a nice deep stretch. I'm not saying you have to go, cut your weight in half. I'm not saying that, but, take like 15, 20% off of that weight And after that, you're really going to feel the difference, when you're actually training chest. Okay, you actually want to place stress in that area. You don't want to place stress on your shoulders and your elbows and all these things. Okay, so you also don't want to get injured, because we're doing this for the long term, so yeah, I would reduce the weight essentially. Okay, and the last thing I would do, if your chest really isn't growing, I would probably try to hit it twice a week. Okay, I see a lot of people, they'll go in, do chest once a week and try to cram in all that, all those sets for that one day in that 1 week. And half of those sets are pretty much garbage, because by the time you get through half of your chest workout, your chest is already exhausted, right? So what I would do is split up your sets and make sure you execute them with, quality form, quality weight, quality intensity, all these things. You want to be doing them right, okay? So you can actually grow your chest, okay? And even that applies to any other muscle, right? Let's say, you're doing legs or you're doing arms, whatever. You could split your sets up throughout the week, okay? It's not a matter of really adding more sets in that case. I think it's just, hey, maybe I break my sets up into 2 different days, and then I'll actually get a better, return on that, okay? Versus, I'm doing 20 sets of chest one day, my chest isn't growing, let me throw in another 20 on another day. Like, you're going to be doing 40 sets a week of chest when you don't even need to be doing that, right? It's kind of useless. So, again, that applies to any other muscle group, okay? I myself, I don't really even do that many sets. What I do is, again, just split my sets up throughout the week and execute each set with high intensity, good range of motion, and those are really, the 2 main things. And then just the good weight, okay? I don't need to be going like, freaking 140s on dumbbell press or something. Like, it's not actually doing anything for me. At the end of the day, yeah, it looks cool, but we're in the gym to grow our chest, not to show off, okay? And snap a shoulder or something. So those are my top tips, or, common mistakes, whatever you want to call it, for chest training. If you, want to see more videos like this, drop a comment, like the video. And if you guys are interested as well, I am offering, online coaching. At the moment right now, it's for free. I have a couple spots open, 2 or 3 spots. If you are interested, go to my Instagram, go to, Facebook, whatever it is, direct message me, coach, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I'll see you guys in the next one.